Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. I am live from Utopia of the Seas. Thanks for popping this pop-up live stream. I decided to go live all of a sudden today. I might have a couple of friends joining me here shortly, so make sure you stay tuned in. I appreciate you guys. I think we're live on Facebook. I'm not sure because I don't have my laptop set up and all of that. So hopefully if you're watching from Facebook, you can hear and see me. I'm trying to figure out how to see all these comments coming in. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. It is day 3 on board Utopia of the Seas. If you guys have been following, you know that I'm on board for the second inaugural cruise. I'm on board with Dice, and we've had a great time so far. So I thought I would just go live and answer any questions you may have about Utopia of the Seas or cruising in general. And I have a couple of friends that I'm gonna bring on here shortly to help answer questions and all of that. But let's see, who do we have here in the chat? If you are on Facebook and you're watching from Facebook, if you have questions, I'm going to encourage you to go over to YouTube, subscribe first off, and ask your questions there because I don't have my full setup here. I'm not able to go on Facebook to see who's commenting and answer questions. But if you leave a comment there on Facebook, I will do my best to go back and answer that after the live stream. So prepare your questions for Utopia of the Seas. I am here to answer these for you. But let's see who we have here. We have Jonathan. Welcome in. He says, first in, hope you guys are having a great cruise. Watch your embarkation vlog today. I must say the ship looks so big, you wouldn't always know you were on a boat. And that's the thing with Royal Caribbean. A lot of times their ships doesn't feel like you're on a ship. It's so closed in, the promenade area. So a lot of the areas, it makes you feel like you're at home or you're at the mall or you're in a garden. Like I've been spending a lot of time in Central Park. Love that space. So yeah, it doesn't quite feel like a cruise ship, but we're definitely on a cruise ship. But thanks for being here, Jonathan. We appreciate your support always. Welcome in, Jolinda. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome in, Michael. Hello, hello. Miss Bree Brizzle, welcome in. And shout out to all of our channel members watching. Tamika McRae, welcome in. MJ, good afternoon to you. The traveling type, they're also on board, guys. Be sure to give them a follow. I was actually cruising with the traveling type just a few days ago on board Carnival Horizon, so I'm sure they're going to have a lot of content coming out for everyone to see. And guys, as you can see, I'm in my cabin. I was trying to find a cool well lit, quiet place. It's hard to find. So I'm like, I'm not going to sit outside sweating. So I'm here in the cabin where it's comfortable. Miss Tiffy PD, welcome in, says happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a great time. And she's saying hello to everyone in the chat. Yeah, we have 45 already watching. If you guys could do me a favor and hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Koompa Loompa says, how's it going? Finding any good food? I actually did today. I found sushi. Now, guys, the food overall has been decent. There's not anything that's been terrible other than Mason Jar. And if you missed our Embarkation Day vlog, be sure to check that out because I do give a full review of Mason Jar. That's probably the worst that I've had, but today I had some really nice sushi. And last night we had hibachi, but we'll get into that in a minute. Nick T, welcome in. Welcome in. Says good afternoon, everyone. Welcome in, Ashley and Myers Mel says, so glad I could join the chat today. Yeah, guys, and if you're just popping in, be sure to, if you have any questions about Utopia of the Seas, feel free to ask. Again, this is the second revenue sailing. So it's the second inaugural because this was the original inaugural, and they added on one. I keep telling that whole story. But yeah, so we are on board. We're having a good time so far. Or so far, it's almost over. We have one more day. So yesterday we were in Nassau. Today it's a sea day. Tomorrow we are in Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Welcome in, my cruising family. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Michelle says, question, hey there, can't wait to hear about Mason Jar. We have reservations for brunch on our sailing. Should we keep them? I believe you should. I say that because me sharing my perspective of Mason Jar varies from other people. There are some mixed reviews on Mason Jar. I say don't ever cancel anything because I said it's not good because my taste buds might be different from yours. I say give it a go. It doesn't hurt to try, but I know like I tried it, it's a one and done for me. So I'm not going to tell you not to keep it, but just kind of go with an open mind that it's, if you like Southern food, it is not your typical Southern food. It's just not. But yeah, I would say keep it and, test it out for yourself. But I appreciate you guys all being here. It looks like we have about 60 people in. I'm going to give just a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to bring on some special guests to kind of chat and answer questions about Utopia. They can share their experience about Utopia this season. We kind of just planned this all of a sudden, like, hey, let's just go live. So let's see. So don't have anything prepared. We're just going to chat. My cruising family speaking to everyone in the chat. Ron says, "Why I got to see my wife on a live stream? You'll see me in a couple days. I'll be back home. I'm working." It's funny. He called me, and if you guys don't know, Ron is my husband. I was watching the Sexiest Man Alive um, show before it started. He literally called me, and he was like, "What are you working on?" And I just kind of panned the camera, like, "This is what I'm working on." So that's work for me. Jonathan said, "Your face in the Maple Jar restaurant cracked me up." Yeah. TJ says, "Happy Wednesday. I want to try Royal Caribbean, but I'm not feeling their food, but love their ship designs." I say give it a try. Try the food for yourself. It could be different. All right. I see a really good question here. And before I answer that question, I just want to say welcome into everyone. We currently have 65 people watching, so I appreciate you guys popping in on this pop-up live. If you could be sure to hit that like button for me. But I'm going to bring on, if I can figure out how to do this, some very special guests. You guys have probably seen them around. They are also content creators, cruise content creators, as well as travel advisors. They are currently on board with me, and we've developed a friendship over the last several months or what have you. So we've been chatting back and forth, and I was finally able to meet them. If you watched my Embarkation Day vlog, you probably saw them early on, the very beginning of the vlog, where I shouted them out, and we kind of ran into each other getting on the ship. So they are joining us live here, Phil and Dee's Travel Spree. Before I even bring them on, I'm going to ask you guys to just take a quick pause, go over to their channel, and I would drop their link, but I don't have access to do that right now. But if you could go over, search for Phil and Dee's Travel Spree, please go subscribe to their channel, guys. They have some amazing content out there. Lots of cruises. They have some all-inclusive resorts. So all kinds of things. And they are a family channel. I'll let them introduce themselves, but they are a family channel. But if you guys could take a minute to go over there and subscribe while I get them brought on, if I can figure this out. But while I'm doing this, if you guys have any questions about Utopia of the Seas, whether you want to ask me, ask Phil and Dee, or we'll just answer your questions, feel free to do that. But let me go ahead and see if I can bring Phil and Dee on. I'm going to press this button and see if you guys show up on the screen. Here we go.
There we go.
Welcome, guys.
Hey,
How's it
Hi.
going?
we doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm cool now. I'm inside.
Yeah,
So
that's what
that's
we decided. We had to come to this room because it's cooler. After just coming from the Lido deck, it is hot.
Yeah, it is really hot out there. So, guys, here we are. We have Phil and Dee. Can you guys introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about Phil and Dee, your channel, and kind of what you guys do.
So I'm Phil. That's D.
I'm Dee.
And so we are content creators, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We can be found on all those platforms, but primarily we bring out a lot of cruise content. Either if it's us on a couples trip, also we do have a 3-year-old son, and we are growing. So you will see him on some of our videos, and then whoever, if it's a boy or girl, you will see them in some of these future videos that we come out with. And we currently do what on Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve. So yeah, we're a growing family of 3 turning into 4, and we love to go on vacation. We also do visit some resorts from time to time. So we do a couple of resort reviews. All inclusives. We love all inclusives. Right now, she's kind of missing out on that, but I take full advantage of it. But yeah, we're just a young family that loves to get out there and see the world.
Absolutely. And I love you guys. I love PJ. I wish I could have met him on this cruise. I'm sure there'll be another cruise where I'll be able to meet
Oh, for sure.
PJ and the new baby. And congratulations to you guys on growing your family.
Thank
I
you.
know that's
Thank
always
you.
always an exciting time. So guys, you guys love, I mean, those of you watching, you love our channel. We're a family channel. Phil and Dee, they are a family channel as well. And again, they have all kinds of content. So be sure to follow them. It looks like My Cruising Family did drop the link in the chat. So be sure to go over and subscribe to their channel. So far, how are you guys overall? First off, you guys just came off a really nice cruise. I see you're representing there. Who are you guys representing?
Representing Melanin at Sea. And
Melanin
so, if
at
you don't
Sea.
know, it is about 100,000 of us, a huge Facebook group of melanated cruisers, or people who are allies of melanated people who enjoy cruising as well. And we just came from Alaska, did a
Mhm.
whole group cruise to Alaska, went to Juneau, Ketchikan,
Skagway.
Skagway, and was Victoria, Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had a really, really good time on Celebrity Cruise Line. So usually when we wear this, it's always on the first sea day. So
Yeah.
this is the first and only sea day of this sailing.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I tend to forget to bring my shirts. I think because I'm just so back to back, I just forget. But yeah, it would have been cool if I had
No,
my shirt as
I
well.
forgot. Like I got out
Uh-huh.
this morning and went to the boardwalk, and then I came back to grab D, and she had her shirt laid. I was like, "Dang, you're right. It is the first sea
Yeah.
day."
Let's see. I'm playing around. Oh, is that better? Can you guys see D now? There we go. That's better. Sorry, that was on my end. I was trying to figure it out. So,
It's okay.
so we can expect to have the Celebrity Alaska, because Alaska is a bucket list. I know a lot of people are interested in Alaska and just seeing what that's about. So I'm assuming those vlogs will be coming out here soon. So everyone should go follow you because you're going to be sharing a lot of Alaska content, right?
Yes,
Yes,
that and we've been
absolutely.
stacking up a lot of content
Yeah.
this summer. We've
Yeah.
been on the go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you guys really have. You really have. So, where have you guys been? You guys did Celebrity Alaska. You guys did some all inclusive recently. What else have you guys been on? Jog my
Well,
memory.
we went to all this summer. We did just came from Alaska. Before that, we were on Independence of the Seas,
Hmm.
the Royal Caribbean. Before that, I did a guys trip.
Yeah.
It's starting to be an annual guys trip. We did the Carnival Breeze out of Galveston,
Mm-hmm.
and then right after this, she's
Yeah.
going.
Me and PJ will be going on a family trip
Hmm.
on the Carnival
You and
Breeze.
PJ?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Well, I can't wait to see that. PJ is always fun. I love watching him on camera. He's like the cutest kid. And PJ, can I announce this? Or maybe I shouldn't announce. I'm not going to announce it. I
You
know he won a
could.
very special
Oh
award
yeah, yeah,
for
it's
your
already out.
acting.
Yeah, that's public
What was
information.
it? What was it? He looked so cute.
He was Mr. Melanin at Sea 3.0. So he won it on a group cruise on the Celebrity Edge. So he
Yes,
took the crown
he
home.
that was awesome. He looked amazing. He is
Thank
so
Thank you.
you.
cute. So I'm trying to think. So guys, we didn't have anything prepared for this chat. We're just chatting. So if you have
Okay.
questions for Phil and Dee, feel free to drop those in the chat. But I have one right here from Michael who says, your opinion is a 3-day cruise on Utopia the Seas, Utopia the same or better value than a 7-day cruise, older ship for the same price. So if you had to pick between doing a 3-day on Utopia at the price for a 3-day, would you choose that over an older ship for 7 nights?
I would say if you can, no, you go first.
Oh, you got it.
If you can do the Utopia, I would say do the 4 day.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we've been on some of the older, like even this summer, older Caribbean, Royal Caribbean ships like the Independence, which is a Freedom class. And then in March, we were on the Voyager class on Voyager of the Seas.
Mhm.
And I would say the quality of entertainment
Mm-hmm.
is so far beyond
Yeah.
those of the older ships here on the Oasis class ships.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, you have a great time on the 7 day Royal Caribbean ships, but what's your thing? Honestly, that's the question we probably want to know. If it's
Yeah.
shows and entertainment, Oasis class and probably Icon class is going to be where you're going to get your best type of entertainment.
Right. So I guess it's like quantity over quality. Do you want
Right,
to
Right.
spend,
Right.
7 days on and I'm not going to say because, 7-night cruise on any ship to me is a great vacation.
right,
Right.
right,
But you're going to get that better quality on this newer ship,
Right.
Oasis class ship. There's a lot to do. Versus if you were to get on Grandeur of the Seas for 7 days, you're not going to have
right,
as many activities. So yeah.
right,
So
Right.
I do know that I do think over time the 3 and 4 night cruises for Utopia will decrease in price. But I agree with you guys. I would definitely do the 4 day because you get that sea day in between. If you are somebody that's planning to get off in port, this ship is only running the Nassau Coco K itinerary. And
hmm,
if you do 3 days and you plan to get off, you really don't have any time on the ship. So that
right,
4 days will at least get you that sea day kind of in the middle. That way you have time to explore and enjoy the ship.
right. And you can kind of kick back on that sea day. You kind of relax, catch up on sleep like we did this morning.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, if you can do the 4 day, I would say do the 4 day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Wanda says, have you gotten used to noise from the promenade and would you recommend it? I would not recommend. And I'll ask Phil and D because they have a different type of cabin type. So if you guys didn't catch the ship tour or my vlog, I am currently in a promenade interior. Now, this was not a cabin that I selected. I was upgraded. So, Royal Caribbean has their Royal Up program where you can bid for an upgrade. And so, probably a week before the cruise, I got an upgrade offer. No, actually, I had received it a few weeks prior, and I said, I'm not upgrading. I'm fine with my interior. And then when they sent it again, or I saw people start posting that, yeah, they got upgraded. I'm like, oh, let me just put $25 down and see what happens. And they accepted it. So I'm in this cabin. It's beautiful. Love the space. I love that it has two couches. It's a really nice space, but it's loud at night. And I go to bed at like 9:30, and
Oh
that's when
yeah.
the promenade, we'll talk about this being a party ship.
Yeah.
The promenade is really bumping at that time. So, well, it doesn't start bumping until about 10:30. Once I'm already in deep sleep, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, now I'm up because of the noise. So I personally, especially as a travel advisor, I would not recommend this, especially for those who go to bed early or those who are light sleepers, because you're going to be woken up in the middle, like 11 p.m. because of the parties down there. But
Yeah.
you guys, what type of cabin do you have on this sailing?
We have the boardwalk balcony
Hmm.
cabin. So it's the interior balcony. And the noise here isn't too bad at night because I feel like all of the parties are usually like promenade, and like in different areas of the ship, but not necessarily the boardwalk. I feel like the boardwalk is more lively during the day.
Hmm.
Um, so as far as like, I think I like it because even they had like a boardwalk party today. We could just go out on the balcony and see it. So around the time where you start to like get up and get out is when the boardwalk usually starts to get lively. Um, and it's a good view. You get to see people and people watch if that's your thing.
Right.
So I really enjoy this view and this balcony.
Yeah, and it seemed like around 12:30, I was like, hold on, this why is it so loud? It ain't been this
Yeah,
loud the last few days.
right,
Yeah.
And it was because they did have that family festival going on down there at the boardwalk. Because you can kind of hear music coming from the Lido, but it's real faint. It's not too loud. But if you like peace and quiet, like absolute quiet,
right.
I probably wouldn't stay here. But if you don't mind just a little bit, a teeny bit of background noise, then you'll be fine. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't bother us at all. I mean, she sleeps with
What
the TV on, so
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts of having your neighbors right across? Like, can you see clearly over to the balconies across? That's probably my biggest
Yeah,
reason for
yeah,
not booking one of those is that, I don't mind facing inward, but I don't want to be facing somebody looking right over across at me, or, thinking that
right.
they're
Yeah, you can see
watching me or
straight
have
through
their
to their
yeah.
room.
Yeah, you can.
yeah. If you don't shut them curtains, man, hey, I
Yeah,
almost got caught a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. But it's the same
Uh,
for you. Like we hit on the Royal Up bid,
yeah,
so we were booked in the Ocean View at the forward of the
mhm.
ship, and then we might have got the email maybe 2 or 3 days before our sailing saying we've been
Mhm.
upgraded, and it was a minimum bid. So I don't think this is a full selling. I don't think it's
It's
at
not.
full capacity. So that's a lot of people got upgrades, but we knew what we were in for. We had one of these over Central Park on Harmony of the
yeah,
Seas. So we
Mhm.
kind of expected the neighbors to be across, and you keep your curtains closed if you don't want them to see certain things, type deal.
Right.
So it's something we were
Yeah.
already ready for.
yeah,
Yeah. All right. And for those of you guys just now tuning in, I see where you have about 75 people watching. We appreciate you guys popping in. With me right now, I have Phil and Dee's Travel Spree. Be sure to check them out on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. They're all over. They are other content creators. So be sure to give Phil and Dee's Travel Spree a follow. They are currently on board Utopia this Seas with us. And so just thought we would hop on and chat about our experience. And Stephanie Martin from Facebook is asking, how are you liking the ship? So just overall, are you guys enjoying the ship? Like, what are your thoughts on the ship initially?
Overall, we are enjoying it. And like I said, we're just blessed to be on the cruise ship.
yeah,
But I think I'm really starting to like this Oasis class ship. Like
yeah,
it's the
Hmm.
second one we've ever done. We've never done Icon, but I think so far this is probably our favorite. We're having a good time. It seems like there's plenty to do. Today's a little bit slower, but for me, I kind of like to be out and about, go party, join all the events, and it seems like they're trying to get this to be the party ship. But I'll go into this later on in the vlogs. But they're still trying to create this identity for it of being a
Hmm.
party ship. Now,
Yeah.
right now, it seems like a typical Royal Caribbean sailing for me, honestly. But it'll be interesting to see how it kind of evolves over time.
Yeah. Yes, for me, it feels like a typical Royal Caribbean, other than the noise outside on the promenade. But yeah,
Hmm.
I don't really sense party. But I think we were having the conversation earlier that I don't know if Royal Caribbean advertised well that this was going to be a party ship. I know they keep saying the what is it the best
World's
weekend ever
biggest
or something like
weekend.
that. But what does
Yeah.
that even mean? So I didn't
Right.
Right.
take that as I didn't take that as, oh, this is a party weekend or what have you. So I think they might need to change that catchphrase if they want to attract people that are coming here to truly party
Right.
because, yeah,
Right.
I don't sense that. Miss Tiffy PD says, do you think the WoW bands are better than Sale Card? I'm not sure what a WoW band is. Do you guys know what those are?
I think that's kind of like the Disney bracelets. You
Yeah.
wear it on your
Oh,
wrist.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't had
Uh,
Yeah.
experience with those, so we can't, unfortunately,
Uh-uh.
can't answer that question.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna compare it. I've only been on one Disney cruise, and we had cards, but I'm comparing it to like Princess Cruises, like their medallion.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the medallion you can wear as a band. I personally like that technology over the cards because, like, I could walk up to my cabin and it automatically unlocks. I don't have to dig out a
Hmm.
card, this and that. You can just tap whenever you're making a purchase. So I personally like that. I just don't have experience with the WoW bands particularly. But
Yeah.
welcome into everyone that's tuning in on the Go with YOLO. Seashell, Nick T. Here we have Nick T with the question says, first time cruiser here will be selling Carnival Sunshine in February. I've been thinking about trying Royal Caribbean. Would you recommend Utopia for a first time? What do you guys think? Would you recommend Utopia for a first timer to Royal Caribbean or first time cruiser altogether? He is.
It's a lot of ship.
Hmm.
It's a lot of ship. I would probably say maybe start Freedom class.
Hmm. I was
That'll
thinking the
kind of
same thing.
warm you up to see if you like cruising. It's a lot to do, but it's not as much as Icon. I mean, or Icon or Oasis class.
Hmm.
First time cruises, see how you like it. Maybe take maybe a 4 day. Because if you take a 7 day Oasis class ship, you may be completely overstimulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, and I think too, like, because and guys, Phil and D, they're travel advisors as well. You guys book all inclusives and cruises, and
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, if
And
you're looking
Disney
for
and
a
all of that.
travel
Yeah.
advisor, absolutely. But I, as a travel advisor, I would not recommend it for a first time cruiser because I think it is overwhelming, especially for such a short cruise. You
Hmm.
Right.
got to know how to cruise to really take advantage
Right.
of the size of this ship. So again, I totally agree. Freedom class would be perfect because it's big enough, has enough activities for that first time cruiser. And then if you get on one of these really nice Oasis class ships or even Icon, it's hard to go back from that. It's hard to, you
Right.
catch a deal
Yep.
on you catch a deal on one of the smaller ships, it's hard to go back. Right.
Hmm.
Yep. And D, you're the one you love Royal Caribbean over, and Phil,
Because we
you
started
prefer
on the
Carnival.
Oasis
I
class
wouldn't
ship.
say that I love Royal, but I
Mhm.
really do like Royal, and he's becoming loyal to Royal too.
No, I'm
Yes,
not.
you are. I
No,
hear
I'm
it
not.
all up in your voice.
I'm not.
But I think it's because of the Oasis classes and everything that there is to do, especially
Mhm.
like here in the big solarium. I finally got to see the solarium, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing."
It
Hmm. Yeah.
is.
We
It
done
is
found
really
a
nice
spot
back
now.
there. Yep. It's nice. And it's never packed. I mean, it's
Right.
never.
Right.
There's plenty of
Yep.
seating. Like even across
Yep.
the pool deck, there's all plenty of seating.
Yep. Mandy says, "Is there a Starbucks on board?" There is one. It is an upcharge. I think you can use your Starbucks like scanner card because they have the machines there. I actually had Starbucks yesterday because the coffee, I think it's gotten better. They're trying to calibrate the machines or what have you, so it's been very bitter, very
Yeah.
it's been off. It was better this morning in the Windjammer and then in the Park Cafe, but there is a Starbucks for an upcharge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, Let's see. King Flourish says that you're going on Utopia in the winter. LF McKinley saying hi to Phil and D. Koompa
Hey.
Loompa says we had Mason Jar and Wonder and it was better. Not sure why it's not quite the same. I've heard that too. I've heard that it was better on Wonder of the Seas. Do you guys have any experience with Mason Jar? Were you guys on Wonder of the Seas?
No, we
No,
haven't done
not
Wonder.
yet.
No.
Not yet.
So this is our
My
second Oasis class.
okay. My cruising family says our friends. Hey, Phil and D. Everyone's speaking to Phil and D. And my cruising family did drop their link. Thank you so much for doing
Thank
that.
you.
Guys, be
Thank
sure
you.
to go follow. Yep, everyone's just speaking. Keen Flourish says your son is very respectful, a pure gentleman. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Diamond says hello. Thanks for suggesting cruise transportation. I'm using them for my cruise in October. Thanks again. And guys, speaking of cruise transportation, just so you guys know, kind of sidebar, this Utopia of the Seas vlog series is sponsored by Cruise Control Transportation. I talk about them all the time, but if you're flying into Orlando and need a ride to Port Canaveral, which is 45 minutes away, definitely check out Cruise Control Transportation. If you use our code MHFAM, you get 10% off your booking. So definitely check them out. It's $25 per person each way, which I can say it on a live stream. It's less than GoPort. They're better than GoPort. So check them out. But I had another question for Phil and Dean. I lost it that fast. It'll come back to me.
Was it
But
about cruise
everyone's
control?
saying,
Because we took them too.
yeah. So Phil and Dean, they took them. And it was kind of funny because when they picked us up first for this ride, and then when we went to pick up the next from a different hotel, the ladies got in, they were like shocked when they saw me. They like slid the door open and they're like, oh my gosh, like we didn't expect to see you here. And then when we got to the terminal, there was a family outside. When the door opened, they were surprised to see me, like, oh my gosh. And she was like, oh, Raquel, I follow you, and I booked this because of you. And they were like kind of shocked to see that I said, I only practice what I preach, you know. I'm not going
Right.
to tell you, you're not going to catch me on GoPort, but I'm sitting here talking about cruise control. That's who I'm
Mhm.
using anytime I'm in Port Canaveral, as long as I fly into Orlando, because sometimes we fly into Sanford because it's cheaper on Allegiant. If we do that, then they don't have services at this time. But yeah, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, definitely check out Cruise Control Transportation. They are amazing. Everyone is just saying hello, hello. But again, if you're here and you have questions, we have 93 watching. Appreciate you guys popping in for this impromptu live. Regina, welcome in, welcome in. Says, hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. We are. Elif McKinley says, Phil and D Travel Speed. I know this isn't about cruising, but D, you are so cute with your bump.
Thank you.
She is cute. I'm
So
like,
yeah,
those
we've been
days are
posting
long gone
stories.
for me.
Yeah, we've been posting stories on Instagram, so we receive a lot of inboxes talking about her bump. She
Thank
posted
you.
on the
Thank
Uh-huh.
story.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, be sure to follow because I know I'm posting stories. You guys are posting stories. You're going to get some of that content, you know, in advance by just following us on social media, kind of seeing what's happening in real time. But everyone's saying congratulations. Kaylee Anderson says, "Are we still on the ship?" Yes, we are currently on the ship.
Yeah,
It's just that we're in our cabins because it's easier. It's a lot of noise sometimes in the promenade and different areas, so it's easier to go live where it's quiet. And also, I don't know if you guys experience this. That's what I was going to mention. Guys, check out Phil and D's boarding day video. They released their boarding day video, I think yesterday, was it? Or day before yesterday?
was it
So
yesterday
there's
morning?
already
Yeah,
content.
yesterday morning.
Yeah, so there's already content out for Utopia this season. So be sure to go over to their channel and check out their vlog. And I know they'll have some more following, so stay tuned for that. But I was saying, like, being outside, Royal Caribbean has a lot of music playing all the time. So
Yes.
those
Mhm.
copyright, you know, strikes aren't a joke
Mhm.
when you're a content creator.
Right.
So sometimes it's easier to be in an enclosed space. That way, you know, this video can be monetized, or you know, if we're out and
Right,
about and the music's playing, it's
right.
hard.
Because we went live at the Sellaway party, and
Uh
I'm
huh.
trying to, talk to make sure I kind of cover up some of the music,
Yeah.
constantly, so to worry about that copyright.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
their Sellaway was long, and I think it might have been a little bit drug out a little bit.
I didn't
I've
even
never
stay.
like Carnival Sellaway is not even that long,
Hmm.
and Carnival
Right.
goes all out for Sellaway.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If they shorten it down, condense it, and just I don't know, just what would you say?
Get more bang up front instead of
Yeah,
trying to
more bang
Hmm.
up front because it, it
drag
was
it
it,
out.
it was kind of high and
Yeah.
Say
low.
hi,
Like
real
it had
quick.
peaks and valleys. So like just when you thought it was over, it was kicking back up.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
then go back down, and you'll think it's over again, and it'll kick back up.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm just interested to see like the future content that comes to see what adjustments they make.
Oh, we have to come back.
Right. Yeah. There you go. There you go. um.
We'll bring PJ.
Yeah. Bring PJ and the baby. Dice was going to say hi. He's off to.
What's
Hey.
going on, man?
You going to play basketball? I don't know what I'm going to do. We were just talking about that. Remember what I said? And he's going to do it again.
Uh,
That's kind of an inside thing. But that's, yeah, he's going to go play basketball. Don't make any sense. I knew it. Tripping with Dre and Michelle, welcome in, guys. It was a pleasure seeing you guys on board Carnival Horizon. They said, "Why didn't I get invited to the guys trip?" I think he's talking to you, Phil.
So it's something that we kind of started last year.
For a bachelor
For a
party.
bachelor party, we went on Adventure of the Seas, and so we had such a good time. Like, we probably planned this trip a month
Before.
before.
Yeah.
Literally a month before we got everybody booked, paid for, and we were on the ship. So we kind of torn of doing it again, but we are planning on doing this an annual thing. So as soon as we finalize the results, or as soon as we finalize the destination or whatever we're doing, I'll hit you up.
All right. Let's see. Kaylee said, "Have you ever been on Virgin? I just recently, but I researched the price is outrageous. Have you guys cruised Virgin yet?"
We have
No.
not. We've been
Okay.
looking at it too. We were wanting to,
Yeah.
but now things are kind of slowing us down a little bit more now.
Yeah. It's not slow. It's not slowing you down. It's gonna have a. You're gonna have a different type of pace now. You know,
Oh,
Right.
and
adding
when
on
we
to your
finally
family,
get
but
on
it's a
there, oh
beautiful
boy.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, Virgin, I do plan to get back on Virgin. I tried them 2 years ago. They've made some changes since I cruise. I personally did not care for them, but I'm gonna give them another go. But I think
Yeah,
their pricing as a travel advisor is kind of on par with other cruise lines. I don't see where Virgin is like outrageous in terms of pricing. Like I would compare it more to like a Royal Caribbean pricing or Norwegian pricing. I don't
yeah,
think
and then
it's
also look at
yeah.
look at some of the incentives they're giving you and all the other stuff that's included that's not included on your other cruise
Hmm.
lines. So a lot of that
Mhm.
stuff is kind of paying us for itself. So I
Yeah.
would I would keep that in mind as well.
Right, right. My cruising family says, watch you all's embarkation day vlog. So my question is, has there been any change in your opinions on Utopia now that you're a few days in? So has your opinion changed now that you're a couple days in?
Like I said earlier, I was planning on the party. I was expecting like almost like a Freedom of the Seas. And I don't know if you guys follow Random Recess. They were on here. They're doing a back to back, so they were on here for the 3 day inaugural, and they're staying here. And they just said it was parties on top of parties on top of parties. They even had
Mhm.
parties starting at 1 in the morning. So
Wow.
I I think that may be more geared towards the 3 day than the 4 day. I'd like to see some of the more
Hmm.
3 day content because I don't remember seeing any 1 o'clock a.m. parties here on the four
Yeah.
day. So I
Yeah.
Yeah.
wonder, like I said, that could be a thing. Like, are they treating the 3 day different than the 4 days? Since the 3 days,
Mhm.
maybe the 3 days will just be over the weekend, since this one is during the
Yeah.
week. Also, you have to factor in the type of crowd here. It's not a weekend crowd. This is,
Right.
people here during the middle of the week. We boarded Monday, we get off Friday. So
Right.
Right, right. And
it's,
guys, they
it's
do have a lot of parties. Like I didn't realize, like I said, I didn't realize that this was truly a party ship. But in your cabin, like they left this list of all the parties and the days that they're happening. And it doesn't seem like all of these parties are on the 4 day. So maybe you're right. Maybe it is the 3 day. They're like boom, boom, boom. Because typically, if you
mhm,
guys have cruised 3 day cruises, especially a Friday to Monday sailing, those tend to be like booze cruises. I mean, people go to
mhm,
drink, have fun. They're not really interested as much in the ports and things. They really just want to go have a good time. But they
Hmm.
have a toga party, and somebody mentioned that before. They have a silent toga party, so the silent night disco night, it's toga and it's adults only. They have a party through the decade street party, which they did last night. You guys
mhm.
went, did you guys go to the Red? I think you mentioned the Red.
Hmm.
It's called the ultimate nightclub experience.
Hmm.
It
It
wasn't.
Maybe
wasn't.
it's better on the 3 day. Maybe it's better on the 3 day. I don't know.
We posted the story. The story should still be up. It
Yeah.
was empty.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
very empty.
Yeah.
Bartenders were twiddling their thumbs.
Mhm. Yeah, so there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of different parties that they have listed. A Royal Cappuccino, I guess, like fraternity or sorority type party. I guess I don't know. But yeah, it says ping pong battles, flip cup championships.
Hmm.
Yeah, they did have
So
some beer
yeah,
pong tournaments earlier too.
Yeah. I was
okay.
talking to
So
Kim about
I don't
that.
think I've ever seen that on Royal, but so that might be
Yeah.
something that they're trying to. But like I
Hmm.
said, I haven't seen any of these parties advertised anywhere. Like even as a travel advisor, I didn't know anything about. But maybe I'm just not paying attention. I don't
No,
recall
we
hearing
didn't
about
either.
this. So
It's not just you. We
yeah,
didn't either.
okay,
Hmm.
good to know. But yeah, my opinion hasn't really changed. Like I said beginning, like the ship is nice, but it didn't. I think coming on after Icon, I think they did it backwards. This ship should have been released before Icon, because this ship did not get its glory because of Icon.
Yeah,
And
Right.
so
for
stepping on
sure.
it, it was almost like just being on an Oasis class ship. There was
I can
nothing
agree.
spectacular about it. It's pretty much laid out the same. So there really wasn't anything that was like, oh, this is really nice. I do love the solarium. Um, Also coming on to this being an inaugural, or supposed to be the second inaugural. They told us that we would be treated and get the same things as the first inaugural. I don't think that's truly happening. The whole pomp and circumstance of this being an inaugural didn't happen. Like I said, you
Yeah.
didn't walk into, a balloon drop or champagne, things that we
So
received on
I did
Icon.
hear, I did hear that the balloon drop is on the last day.
I did hear, yes,
That's what it was
which is
on the
strange. Like,
three
why
day.
would you wait till the end?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't, maybe it's like one last hoorah type deal. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know. But
Yes.
yeah, like we saw more of the inaugural treatment on day one compared to yesterday and
Throughout
today.
the cruise,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. But this just doesn't feel to me. Have you guys done any other inaugurals?
No, this is
Yeah.
Which is why it's so disappointing because I was looking
Hmm.
forward to it being our first inaugural, and
Yeah.
inaugural.
yeah,
Yeah. No, usually like on the inaugurals, there's a lot more pomp and circumstance. You get a lot more freebies. They'll have some exclusive access. Like you might be able to, well, not just preview, but also the inaugurals. They'll have like where you can maybe tour certain cabin types. They'll have all kinds of things, and this has just been a little different. So kind of disappointing, but I think overall my opinion has been the same. Like the food is just okay. I mean, the food is good, but it's not like anything over the top.
Right.
So yeah, but we have 103 watching. If you guys could be sure to hit that like button, and if you're just now tuning in, I have Phil and Dee's travel spree here. We're on board Utopia of the Seas right now for the second inaugural cruise. We're just kind of chatting about our experiences and answering your questions. So if you have questions, feel free to drop those. But be sure to go check them out. Follow them on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and they already have their boarding day vlog out. So you guys are really working this cruise.
Yeah. And we're
Getting
gonna
that
try to have
content out.
another one out. We're trying to have another one out tomorrow morning.
hmm
That's the
Hmm.
plan.
All right. I won't. You guys might not even have a Friday premiere. We'll see. I'm trying to get it out there, but you guys are really working hard. Kitty says, "Hello, family. Did any of you do the escape room? Did you guys do the escape room?"
no,
No, we haven't. And that's something we've never done on the road ship. We've done it.
Hmm.
Well, we did that before we went on Harmony, didn't we?
mm,
Just at like a
yeah,
random place in Orlando.
yeah,
But no, we haven't done
we
one on
might
the
try
ship
it
yet.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
It's
Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe, we might
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, we might try it out.
Dyson wants to do it, but it's $25 a person. So
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
knows how I am. When he saw the price, he was like, "Oh, you're not paying for this." I'm like, "You're right." But we did the he
The
wanted
laser
to do
tag.
ice skating today, but that was sold out. It was already booked up. We did laser tag yesterday, which is that's included. That was pretty fun. Although my gun didn't work, but that was pretty
Hmm.
fun. So he did do that. So there's a lot of like activities and things going
Yeah.
on. So welcome in, Kristen. Appreciate you popping in. Let's see here. Dorella says the Icon class is bigger than Oasis. I'm guessing you mean bigger. Oh, there was a question about, do we think Royal Caribbean will have a class bigger than Oasis? They currently have a class bigger than Oasis, the Icon
Mhm.
class, which next year Star of the Seas will make its debut. Thank you, DT Cruiser, for becoming a channel member. I definitely appreciate that. Dorella says, will there ever be a limit in the size of the ships? Um, I think they should limit it, but I don't think that they are.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know of any regulations limiting that, but there are rumors, I think they're true, about Royal coming out with a smaller class of ships as well, just,
Yeah.
because a lot of people aren't big ship people. And then a lot of the ships that are smaller are older. So I think they're going to come out with some newer
Yeah.
and but smaller ships for those that like that size of
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah. And that's something that I do appreciate about Utopia, and kind of what Royal Caribbean tried to do with the ship is bring a new ship, because there are some people that either one can't afford to take more than a few days,
Right.
or can't afford to miss work for more than a few days. And so I appreciate the fact that they took a new ship and said, okay, we're going to make this a weekend cruise or a short
Right.
getaway. That doesn't happen. I mean, Carnival, pretty much Carnival, you're going to get Elation, you're going to get Conquest, you're going to, not to say anything's
Right.
wrong with those ships, but you're going to get their older ships. You're not going to get Carnival Celebration or Mardi Gras on a short sailing. Although I think, was it Vista is now doing shorter cruises or going to be doing shorter cruises? But I appreciated that Royal Caribbean thought that through
Yeah.
because it is nice to be able to send clients or even our family on a short cruise on a
Right.
really nice ship.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, what are you eating? Huh? He went to get food, and he got tacos. He knows I don't like food in the room. That smell. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I don't even like, what is it called? Burrito. What you talking It's a burrito.
Was it local fresh?
Yes, I don't like that. I don't like a local fresh, and he has it smelling like. Ah. Anyways, the question was, Dorella asked, oh, hold on. Somebody asked, how is the breeze on the boardwalk balcony? On the go with yellow, welcome in. How's the breeze on the boardwalk balcony? Do you get a breeze at all?
Oh yeah, you get a breeze. I sat out there yesterday while Phil took a nap, and it was a great breeze. It was a warm yet cool and refreshing breeze, so it was pretty good.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it's the type of breeze you'll get while facing the water, but
Right.
you still get a breeze.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, and you do kind of get those crosswinds out there
Hmm.
on the boardwalk and Central Park. Have you guys spent any time in Central Park?
No, we just walked
We walked
through.
through, but like
Okay.
well, even thinking back when we stayed in the Central Park balcony on Harmony, I think you get more breeze over on the boardwalk.
Yeah,
It
Okay.
because
seems
I feel like it's more
Because
open
it's
because they have
open
like the
back there.
amphitheater,
Yeah.
right,
right?
right.
Hmm. Yep. Welcome in, Bill from Warm Strong Adventures. I think you had a birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday
Oh,
to
happy
you.
birthday!
Happy birthday!
Yep. My cruising family, thanks again for dropping Phil and D's link in the chat. Guys, please be sure to go follow Phil and D's Travel Spree and turn that notification bell on because they're going to have another vlog out probably tonight or tomorrow. So check them out. Um, my cruising family says if you're enjoying the chat, please hit the thumbs up and show some love and appreciation for Raquel, Phil, and D taking time from their cruise to chat with us. Absolutely.
Thank you.
On the go with Yellow says Icon is my favorite. Wonder is a close second for Oasis class, then Oasis and Harmony. All right. Casey on the Move says, can you access both pools? I know it's open in the middle, but does the deck connect somewhere? It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, in between the like the lime and coconut bar, I believe that's the
Hmm.
bar. It
Hmm.
connects both sides of the pool. So,
Hmm.
I mean, really, there's like how they got it sectioned off on the Lido. It's like four different sections.
Right.
So there's like two pools up front. Then you got the lime and the coconut, that bar with the access way going across, and
Hmm.
behind that you have another pool, and then you have the splashaway bay.
Hmm.
So it
Right.
seems like, just from my observation, the pools that are more forward, closer to where they did the Sailaway party,
Hmm.
that seems to be more of the adult hangout. Now it's not necessarily
Mhm.
adults only, but you see more adults up front, and
Right.
towards the back with the water slides, the Splashaway Bay, and the other pool seems to be where more of your families and children are hanging out with. So I don't know if that was the intention, but that seems to be the way that it's just kind of naturally happened here on this ship.
And I think the pool decks are amazing. But what I don't like, because part of what I enjoy about cruising are like the deck parties and the people
Right.
gathering, and it's
That
hard
part.
to do that. And I think
That
that's
part.
why the sail away, like I just wasn't. I guys, I only you'll see the vlog. I only stayed at the sail away for like 5 minutes. I was gone because
Hmm.
it didn't start off with a bang, and I'm like,
Right.
okay, this is kind of awkward. You got people over here, kind of somewhat dancing, people over here, So it just the layout, but the actual pool decks are nice. They have a lot of loungers, a lot of
Oh
upright
yeah.
Hmm.
chairs, ottomans. Like it's a beautiful pool deck. But yeah, you can access both sides. Theodora Johnson, welcome in, says hello, love both channels. Thanks for info about Boardwalk versus Promenade. Thinking about Boardwalk on Wonder during spring break with our grands. What do you think about that plan? I think it's a great plan.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Reach
And
out to one
boardwalk
of us to help. Yep, reach out to
And
one of us.
Boardwalk
We'll
is
help
for
you get.
families. Like they got the
Yeah.
carousel they have, like I said, the family event they had earlier back there. Like you'll be
Yeah.
right here in some of the action that are made for the families.
Hmm.
And then, like,
Mhm.
so we still get a cool peek down at the Aqua Theater. So we can see like all the diving platforms and stuff like that just from our cabin. So if we wanted to,
Yeah.
we can peek out there. We won't be able to see the whole show. It's just like a little peek.
Yeah. Speaking of Aqua Show, you guys saw the show last night. What did you guys think of the Aqua Show?
Oh man.
I think that's really what sold
Oh man.
Phil on
Oh
the
man.
Oasis class.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He loved it. It was an amazing show. An amazing show.
It was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just the lights, the music, like even the athletes, the professional divers and swimmers that they're
The
you
dancing,
can tell they're into it too.
yeah, they
Like,
were
Yeah.
having fun,
oh yeah.
which
Oh,
made
Yeah.
me happy.
Yeah, it
oh yeah.
was, and I plan to. So, guys, if you don't know, you got to reserve the Aqua Show. Although they had a lot of standby room last night, I don't know if that's going to be the case for tonight's show. I plan to go standby again because it was just that good. I'm not filming anything tonight. Tonight's just going to sit back and enjoy it. But guys, they had guys walking across tight ropes above everyone. They had this big disc. It's called 1982, I think.
Yeah,
So it was
Aqua,
like
Aqua 82.
1980. Yeah,
Aqua 82. Yeah.
1980 theme music. It was amazing.
yeah,
Mhm.
So one of the
yeah,
best shows I've seen at
Yeah,
sea.
that was dope, man.
Mhm.
I mean, can't even
Yeah.
lie to you. That's probably the best show I've seen
Hmm.
on any cruise.
yeah.
Yeah. Michelle Lewis, this is a good question. She said that she hasn't sailed Royal since 2022, which isn't that far long. I mean, that wasn't that long ago. Tried Celebrity in December 2022 and have only sailed Celebrity since. Sailing in Utopia, will there be a culture shock?
So we got off a Celebrity last week
We just got off.
and then came to Utopia. So I understand when you try Celebrity, you never went back. I get it.
Mhm.
So I mean, I feel like there'll be a difference with the food. There'll be a difference with the environment. So there's going to be a lot of differences, especially on this ship, Utopia specifically, because it is such a party themed
Mhm.
ship, versus a celebrity sailing.
But I will also say, because we did a special celebrity cruise. It was to Alaska, so that within itself draws a different type of clientele
Right.
or a different passenger. So we can't honestly critique the vibe as far as if it's a celebrity Caribbean cruise or and versus a Royal Caribbean
Right.
cruise. But these are night and day cruises, Alaskan cruises versus Caribbean
Right.
cruises. But I will say the entertainment was still good on Celebrity. It's great here on
Utopia.
Utopia, but the food quality isn't as good. We
Mhm.
had the food. Oh man, they was
Yeah.
serving duck in the buffet on Celebrity. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
The
was.
cabins are good. I don't feel like they're as grand as Celebrity. But because you did Royal, I feel like you have kind of an idea of what it may
Mhm.
be. Just think of like
Yeah.
a new ship of
Mhm.
Royal.
Yeah, I agree. Denise says, "How does it work when you do the Royal Up, and do you need to have your luggage tags reprinted?" So when you do the Royal Up, they literally can upgrade you up until the time you're on the ship, up until sail away. So it just depends. Now I can tell you that the Royal Ups are very rare these days.
Mhm.
But like I said, we're not at full capacity, so that's why we were able to get the upgrades. So it's not very common as like it used to be. But yeah, you would either reprint them if your bid is accepted before your cruise, but if it doesn't happen until after, or maybe it happened the morning of, or you've already traveled, the porters will write out luggage tags for you. So that's not a problem. The traveling type says you can get in and out of your cabin and purchase anything with the WoW band. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. I'm just trying to go through, trying to see if there's any other questions. Um, let's see, but welcome into everyone that's watching. We really do appreciate it. Oh, Felicia Holmes says spring break cruise are all inclusive. What do you guys prefer? I know, kind of know where you stand, but
So he's definitely gonna say a spring break cruise. I'm gonna say all inclusive. We're split here. I
Mhm,
love a good
yeah,
all inclusive. He loves a great cruise. Um, so I think it just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking to travel to your destination, so I love an all inclusive because I like to be there and
mhm,
enjoy where I'm at. I don't want to like get on the ship and leave after 5 hours. Like I really want to enjoy where I'm going. But if he says that, a ship is a all inclusive in the water. So if that's what you're looking for,
Right.
then
The ship is the resort. That's what I'm trying to
Mhm.
tell her. You
Yeah.
know, but that's why if you watch our channel as well, we do a lot of resort day passes so that she can still kind of be included in that
it's not the
experience, even
same.
though it's not a cruise.
Hmm.
But 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 yeah, we are definitely split right down the line on that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can't really say because I've only done a couple of all inclusives. I do plan to get to more all inclusives. Um, hold on one second. Dyson's at the door. I do try to get to. I'm trying to get to here. I'm gonna get all that stuff. I can't open the door. I'm gonna try to get to. Thank you. I'm gonna try to get to some more all inclusive. But guys, that's why you need to follow Phil. That's why you need to follow Phil and D because they have some all inclusive resort vlogs as well as cruises there on their channel. We have more people popping in. Let's see. Cruising with Lou says, "Hey, Phil and D's travel spree."
What's up, Lou? What's
Um,
going on?
it's a cruise life is saying hello. Welcome in everybody. Erica Jones says finally caught alive. Well,
Hey,
thank you for
hey.
being here, Erica. Kaylee says, is Utopia newer than Icon? Is it as big or as big as Icon? Um, so this is where I think Royal Caribbean messed up. They released Icon and then kind of backpedaled and put out
Oh
Utopia. I don't know
goodness.
what the strategy was behind that. So Utopia is an Oasis class, which is smaller than Icon. Icon is in its own class. So I think so, like I said, getting on this, it's not Utopia at all. It is Oasis class, and it's really not a whole lot different than the other Oasis classes. Mr. Mann says, have you tried the Royal Railway? If so, was it worth it? I'll turn that over to Phil and D. Have you guys tried it?
Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. The room store was at the door. I'm sorry. No, we haven't tried it, but we'll be there tonight. We received our tickets on our door, and
That
y'all
was
see
so
it. Yeah,
exciting.
we're gonna do a vlog. That's probably the vlog
Yes.
we're gonna put out either
Yeah.
tonight or tomorrow. So make sure you stay
Mhm.
tuned. But we're excited about it
Yeah.
because there's not a whole lot of content. Me and you were talking about this earlier. It was just kind of like a preview and kind of what to expect. But we're gonna try to capture the whole experience for you
Yeah.
guys.
Hmm. Yep. So definitely go because guys, I won't have it. I won't have the content. I can't. I'm like, we're going to wherever it's free. So, uh, yeah. So definitely go check out Phil and D. They'll have a vlog out for you tomorrow for the Royal Railway. I know a lot of people are waiting for this content to come out. They're curious to see what this is going to look like. I don't think it was open on the last cruise. This is the first cruise with it open, right? The 3 day, or maybe they opened it up the last day. I think
Yeah, I
I've
think they
heard.
had it open the last day, so they were really hard to get because from
Mhm.
what somebody told us, a lot of people they were doing the back to back. They were waiting on it the last cruise. They opened it up to them for this cruise to book first. Luckily, we paid attention in the Facebook group, and we saw people that were saying, "Well, I can't see it in the app." Nobody was able to see it in the app, but a couple people said
Mhm.
they called in and got it, and so we connected to the ship's Wi-Fi on Celebrity and called over Wi-Fi to Royal and said, "Hey, can we book this?"
Right.
And so
Yeah.
they booked us. I think it was only available for days 3 and 4.
Mhm.
So they took our money over the phone, booked us, sent us a receipt, and we received our tickets up on the door today.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited to see and hear about your experience. We weren't able to. I did try to go get reservations, but even like guest services here on board, they're kind of confused as to what's going on. I think they're still working out kinks as far
Yeah.
as people reserving the railway, and it sounds like maybe they've opened it up for future sailings online. So if you're booked for the next couple of months, definitely check it out. Keith Williams has a important question for Dee. It says, when is Dee's next karaoke performance?
We've been hitting up the spotlight karaoke every night.
Well, we did do family karaoke on Celebrity. So when that drops, you'll probably see some family karaoke there. I don't know. We do go to the karaoke spot because there sometimes like there isn't much to do and karaoke is the only thing. So I
Yeah.
may get a little courage. I don't know. Don't quote me. Don't hold me to it. We'll see.
All right. Well, you
That
have to
seems
let me
like,
know when you go.
and it seems like they're using the Star Lounge compared to like on other ships, what will be your normal Star Lounge. Did I
Yeah,
say the
yeah. They're using
karaoke
spotlight.
spotlight? I'm sorry. Spotlight
Mhm.
seems to be like the Star Lounge here on this ship. So all your game shows,
Yeah.
events, and stuff that's going on,
Yeah.
karaoke, they're doing it right there in Spotlight.
Yeah, and I personally like I like karaoke. I just feel like that venue is too small for
It
karaoke.
It gets
is.
packed.
It's
It gets
way
packed.
too small. Like
That's
they
why.
only have a handful of seats, and then everything
Right.
else is standing room only. So
Right.
that's my only hesitation. But welcome into the 112 of you guys watching. I appreciate you guys popping in for this impromptu live stream. If you are just tuning in, I have Phil and Dee's Travel Spree live from Utopia of the Seas with me. They are on board on this second inaugural sailing, so be sure to check their channel out, Phil and Dee's Travel Spree. They also have released their boarding day vlog already, so check them out. And they're going to be at the railway tonight, and they'll have that vlog out for you guys quickly too. So subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and you're going to love their content.
Thank
But
you.
let's see here. Erica Jones says, "Will there be a variety of itineraries on Utopia?" No,
No.
it's going to be pretty much Perfect Day at Coco
Bahamas.
Cay and Nassau. That's going to be
Mhm.
it. Anitra Thomas says, "Subscribe to Phil and D." Well, thank you so much for
Well, thank
subscribing
Thank
to
you,
you.
Anitra.
me.
Welcome aboard.
Really do appreciate it. Julia, watching from Facebook, says, "I'll be on Carnival Magic September 15th. Do you like Royal Caribbean better than Carnival?"
Go ahead.
I'm a carnival guy. I like carnival. It's always something going on carnival,
I
but
agree.
I'm
Hmm.
the partier.
He is.
I'm
Hmm.
the partier, and she's more of the relaxer, wants to chill. Sometimes I got to pull her. She get tired of me. I ain't gonna lie. I know she get tired of me. If she could stay in one spot and sit and be fine, she would. But she's
Hmm.
more of the relaxer, so I think she will be more of the Royal Caribbean person, and I'm probably more of the Carnival person.
Hmm. And you guys balance each other so well in that regard. I personally, as much as it probably doesn't show in the vlogs because I'm always everywhere, I am more of the relaxer. I'm kind of more like D, but I prefer Carnival over because I like to people watch. I like to go to all the activities, and I feel like
Hmm.
there's not enough to do on Royal Caribbean that's not like water slides or
Right.
Yeah.
the pools and jacuzzis. Like there's not enough of the activities on a sea day
Hmm.
I get that.
like you can do on Carnival. But yeah, I would choose Carnival over Royal pretty much any day usually. But I like them both.
Hmm.
My cruising family says pray for us, parents of teens. Yeah, pray for us. Talking
We
about
go.
Dyson Walk. He knows I don't like food in the cabin. And here he comes. Keisha H, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Keisha.
Um, Let's see. Miss Tiffy PD says, I definitely saw a party at 1 a.m. this weekend. Yeah, that's right. You were on board. So there was a party at 1 a.m. That's strange. I wonder if there's, I won't even know. So if there is a party, I will be bringing that content because I'll
If
be in
there
bed at
is,
9:30.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Phil will get that content. See, guys, that's why you have to follow a range of content creators because I'm bringing you, the family aspect, the before 9 p.m. Check out Phil and D. Phil's going to get you that 1 a.m. content. I'll be asleep.
While D is
So,
asleep.
and D sleep.
She decided she wanted to hang last night.
Well,
That's why
without
we didn't
PJ,
get
I'll
out the
try to
cabin. We
hang.
didn't get out the cabin till 1 o'clock today.
Without
Yeah.
PJ, I'll try to hang.
Let's see here. On the go, Yellow says, this is the sixth Oasis class. I don't expect it to be too different. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Um, Let's see. Bridget P says, no question, just working and living vicariously through you all. Thanks for sharing. That's what we do. That's what we do. Try to get that content out. Um, let's see. Greetings. Maybe they think it will be newbies and can skip the usual inaugural stuff. No, I think people that do inaugurals are the same people. I mean, you're going to get other people booking inaugurals, but I feel like I feel like for me it was they did such a great job with the preview sailing and the inaugural for Icon that like
Yeah.
this just feels like here like today we did you guys get a gift in your cabin?
No.
Okay, we did, but it was like those little magnetic that you put on the back of your phone, the little wallet, stuff that people don't really
That's
use.
probably what the cabin store was trying to give us earlier. She said she'll come back. So
Oh
yeah, because
yeah, yeah, so
we usually get our rooms made
Yeah,
in
between
the
4 and 8.
evening, like around dinner time. So
mhm,
we'll probably get it later.
Hopefully.
yeah. And then the bucket hats, they're nice, but I'm like, that's like a kid size bucket hat, at least for our heads. So, Yep. Let's see. Tracy says, "Do you think 3 or 4 days is enough time for Oasis class ships?" We kind of already answered this.
Right.
I think it. I think you can explore an Oasis class ship in four. I'm not going to say 3 days. I'm going to say
Four.
4 days
Yeah, not
if you
three.
plan to stay on the ship. Don't get off on the ports. Just stay on the ship. Um. Oh, okay. This is a good question. Travel Yes says one vlogger said it's too adult on Utopia, not a family ship. Your experience, or are they just prudes? And
I
I
think
know
it
we
depends.
talked about this. We talked about this. Sounds like somebody's at the door.
Was
We
he on
talked
the
about
three
this.
day? Was he on the 3 day? That's what I want to know.
It does. It sounds like that 3 day cruise is going to be a little different than the 4 night cruise. And we kind of talked about this with, if you guys know Carlene from See It with C. She
Mhm.
does a couch cruising series, and she had us on the other night, kind of talking about the family atmosphere. And me personally, I totally see the family atmosphere, but I'm probably only looking at the family things.
Yeah.
Um, so I could see where this could be considered a party ship, but it's not like a party ship where I'm thinking, um, some of the other ships, that like Virgin Voyages is somewhat of a party ship. Um, People say Carnival Conquest is part of somewhat of a party ship. I don't see that vibe at all. But again, I think that 3 day cruise is different than this 4 day cruise.
And like I said, it's during the week too, so I don't see that adults type of deal either.
But I will
Yeah.
say that I do see a lot of activities that are 18 and up. They have a lot of that adults only like activities happening. You have like the midnight karaoke and stuff like that geared towards adults. So if you
Hmm.
do bring your kids and you want to experience the adult only activities, you may not be able to.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. And I'm now I am curious to see how the 3 day compares to the 4 day. But I've there's a ton. So when you watch our vlogs, you'll see a lot of the family fun. So maybe
Hmm.
they're trying to get a good balance of, here are
Yeah.
the nighttime things. At the night we're gonna do
Right.
stuff for the adults. During the day, here's the family stuff. Because I don't think I remember seeing a family festival on
Right.
the other Royal
Mhm.
Caribbean ships. And that was kind of
That
fun.
was
Although
new,
they
yeah.
did charge, they were charging $3 for the cotton candy, they were charging
Mhm.
250 for the popcorn. So they had like little snacks and treats and things out there for the kids.
Yeah, I think the
Um,
only thing free out there was the lemonade.
yeah, yep, that was it. And the cup, did they charge for the
Oh
cupcakes?
no, the cupcakes were free
The
too.
cupcakes were free.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a blue one.
Um, Cindy from Land and Sea says, I'm not sure if you answer this, but how is the main dining room? Have you guys had a chance to dine in the main dining room?
Yeah, we ate there the first 2 nights, and it seems like the service we receive. I don't know if it's because of new ship or whatnot, but it's like they're checking on you all the time. They want to make sure you feel appreciated. Like
I'm
even when you
so
walk,
glad you said that.
even when you like they have
They had a
a
parade
parade of
last
them
night.
standing on both sides, and they're welcoming you and clapping you as you come into the main dining room. And she kind of eats in spurts, or she barely eats, and she got full, but she did eat all her food, and they were like, "Oh, we were under the impression that you didn't like the meal
Yeah.
that was served, and if there's anything we can do, I can go cook it myself. I'll make sure that it's done to your liking." Da
Yeah.
da da da. It was like they're trying to go above and beyond.
It's too
You know?
much. And
Yeah.
it's funny you say that because I mentioned that in my vlog too. And because of that, I have not gone back. And I even said in the vlog, I felt like whenever I think main dining room, I've been eating a lot more Carnival's main dining room than Royal because I always feel like they're like that. And it's kind of like, I understand you want to have great customer service, but you're doing too much. Like, I
Right.
just want to eat. I don't want three different people coming over after every course asking how was it, and then making you feel guilty because you didn't like it, and they're
Right.
asking you what's wrong with it, because that happened. Like, well, what's wrong with it? Nothing, I just don't want it,
Yeah.
or I'm full, or
Yeah.
Right.
whatever. And I'm trying to be kind, but I could really say, well, it needed some more seasoning, it needed a little bit of this. So yeah, it that drove me crazy. And I noticed it when you walked in, they were cheering and clapping. I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
clapping for? So yeah. The food was all right. I did order. We only dined in one night. Dyson ordered spaghetti. He said it was okay. And I ordered Indian dish. It needed more spice, but it didn't taste bad. But I can't do that. You standing over top of me while I'm trying to eat,
Yeah.
asking me questions, because it was like they were almost watching from afar to see, how is she
Mhm.
eating? What is she doing? Let me go check in with her. It's just way too much for me. I mean,
Mhm.
and for me, that's not good customer service. You're just annoying me at this point. All right, we're gonna spend a few more minutes, and then I have to go because we have dinner here soon. Q's Creation says, "Did the Utopia feel like a booze cruise and a party ship?" I'm gonna say no. For me, it
No,
doesn't feel that
not
way. It
not
feels
the
like a
4 day.
family ship.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
So, yeah, I'm curious
Like
to see a lot of the content coming out to see if there's more of that party perspective that
yeah,
comes out
well,
because
like
I
you
see
could tell.
family.
Yeah, you could tell at every party they're trying to get you hyped up, and they're lying on the mic. Even the entertainment director on day one
Hmm.
was,
Yeah.
dropping it low with everybody else.
Yeah.
So that you could see the goal.
Yeah. They want it to be a party ship and
Yeah,
booze
that's
cruise.
that's
Like
the
they tell you to drink. They want you to get the liquid courage and all of that. So they're promoting it, but it's not really just happening
yeah. You
right
can
now.
pass the bartenders at some of the parties and ask you, hey, you want to come get a drink? That
Yeah,
they're encouraging all of that. But for this 4 day selling, I'm not getting booze cruise vibes, but you can see that they're trying.
Yeah. It may be
yeah,
coming.
yeah. Do you think, because this question was asked, I had a client actually email me, do you think Royal, because they're trying to advertise this as more of a party ship, do you think they're going to put a limit on the drink package here soon? Because I'm curious to know if they're going to attract people that are coming on to party and drink, if they're going to have to, for safety reasons, like Carnival and other cruise lines,
Mm,
put that cap on there. Do you think they'll do that?
I feel like if things start going out of hand, because I still think they need something that separates them from Carnival,
yeah.
and people are on Carnival already don't like that there's a cap. So I think that's something that they have going on in their favor right now.
Hmm.
But it'll be interesting to see now that you mentioned it
Yeah, and
how.
I think it's gonna take them a while to build that reputation of a party ship, just because Royal is not known to have party ships,
Yeah,
except for Freedom of the Seas, which is a good ship. But um, it's gonna take them a while to even get to that point to where I feel like they may need a cap.
right. Okay. Ray of Sunshine says he's betting on you being live and you not getting on him, talking about Dice walking by with that food. uh, didn't think I was going to say something to you. Yeah, I'll say whatever. It doesn't matter if I'm live or not. But how are the water slides? Have you guys done, or I'm assuming you wouldn't be doing water slides. Phil, have you done any water slides or anything yet?
I don't meet the weight capacity for that one.
Got it. Got it. Well, I don't even know if I do or if I don't, but I won't be on a water slide or the zip line and guys, they weigh you for real. Like
Hmm.
they have
Hmm.
scales outside, so don't even try to Dice did the rock climbing. They had a scale there. He did the did they have one for the dry slide? A scale. They have scales pretty much everywhere, so don't even try to
Yeah,
think you're gonna slip up
they look
there.
fun though. It
Yeah,
looked like
I
it
mean
would
they
be a
have
good
some really
time.
nice
It was a
slides.
long line.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
lined up on them.
Yeah,
It's like three different ones, I believe.
yeah.
Yep. Let's see here. Guys, I'm sorry I had to skip over some of these questions because we're kind of pressed for time. But Ray of Sunshine says, "How far in advance do you suggest reserving a cruise? Want to get best price, but don't want to miss out on last minute specials, or does this depend on the cruise line? What do you guys think on that?"
I would say place your deposit to lock in a rate.
Hmm.
Then, if you have a good travel agent or travel advisor, or if you price check for yourself, you can always go down when you see a new or a better rate. So once you've
Right.
paid it off, it's too late. So place the deposit. You can get changed to another rate, and then you can still focus on paying that off later, and still just
Right.
have your deposit down.
Right. And there's this huge misconception out there. Last minute cruise deals do not exist anymore. Those were before COVID, where you could book a cruise last minute really cheap, like a few days before the cruise. That doesn't happen anymore. So, yeah, you're better off locking in the rate at a low deposit and checking the pricing before you pay your final payment. After that, most cruise lines are not going to allow you to adjust it. There are
Right.
a couple that will. They'll give you some onboard credit or allow you to upgrade, but they for the most part no. So
Yeah.
I say it's best to book in advance. I literally had a client today that I sent pricing probably 3 or 4 months ago and didn't book, and then asked, can I'm ready to get booked now, and it's like $600 more. So book in advance. And then, like I said, if the price does drop, then you can take advantage of that. Let's see here. But welcome into everybody. Hey Cheryl, my sister Cheryl's watching. If you guys know, she just came off Carnival Horizon with me. Leanne Travel, welcome in, welcome in. Leanne is on board as well. She says the show was dope. She's speaking of the Aqua show. Hope you're both having Dimples Travel Diary says, hope you are having a wonderful time. Does it feel overwhelming? Do you guys feel overwhelmed?
No, not at all. Like I said, this ship is so large and everybody is so spread out. It
Hmm.
don't feel overwhelming at all.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
we're not bumping elbows with people, and the smart elevators help, and prevent people from cramming in the elevators with you. Like I've been fine.
Yeah. And the
Yeah, it's
activities are
nice.
pretty spread out to where you're not trying to get to everything at one time.
Right, right. And I could see like a brand new cruiser where you could come on board and feel overwhelmed just in the size.
Yeah,
I don't feel overwhelmed. I feel more relaxed on this cruise than I've been in a while. And I'll be honest, like I've been on a few inaugurals or media cruises lately, and I honestly feel like I kind of like this better because if you guys have never been on a media cruise or a inaugural cruise, there's a ton of content creators, whether they're cruise content creators, travel, or just influencers on social media. So there's cameras everywhere. People are trying to get to this, that, and whatever because they
right.
want to be the first to get out. It feels real chill to be able to not have to fight to get to get
Hmm.
the
Yeah, and we
content
went
out
to
or
the
to.
one of the comedians last night said that he was like, "Thank God that all the media stuff and all that is over with because
Yeah.
everybody had a camera. Like it was so annoying."
Yeah, yeah, and it really is, and I'm guilty of it. But that's kind of my job. That's your job,
Right?
to get that
Yeah,
content, put
we
it
get
out
it.
there. But it feels nice to feel like, okay, I don't have to do this because people are going to do it before me. Whoever's going to watch me is going to watch me. Whoever's going to watch you is going to watch you. So it is what it is at this point, and that's just kind of how I take it. But I feel relaxed knowing that I don't have to because. On those media cruises, you are like, okay, let me try to get these room tours done. Let me try to get this. Let me try. And
Right.
I'm just kind of going with the flow. Like I don't have a plan for what I'm creating. I'm just like, oh, let me just go film
Yeah.
this today.
And I guess that
Oh,
comedian was coming from a staff perspective. Is like because everybody's on pins and needles. Like nobody wants to
mhm.
mess up. You got all these
Right.
cameras everywhere.
Right.
Yeah,
Now they can
yeah.
kind of kick back, relax, and get into doing their job the way that they
Yeah.
want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Welcome in your favorite couple. Appreciate you guys being here. And I just knew you guys were going to be popping up.
Right.
Right? Oh
Yeah, I'm
man.
still holding off. Just knew you guys are going to be popping up. But I hope you guys are resting from Alaska. You guys have had some back to back travels as well. So be sure to check out your favorite couple. Heinz Adventure says, so Utopia of the Seas is a downgrade from Celebrity Cruise Lines. The ship, not necessarily, but remember, Celebrity is a mid class luxury line. So,
Hmm.
so you have like Carnival Royal Caribbean here, and then you
Hmm.
have Celebrity Norwegian here and Princess Cruises. So it's not a downgrade. The ship for me is probably, well, I can't even say that because I love Descent. Um, they're different classes of ships. So this is
Right.
just a I'm not going to say basic. It's not a luxury line, whereas Celebrity
Right.
is. All right, a couple more questions. On the go with Yellow is asking Phil and D, did you make your reservation for the railway before the cruise or on embarkation day? And they've already answered that. But if you guys want to answer that quickly, I'm going to
Yeah,
see if
we
there's
made it
other
before the
questions.
cruise, so we booked it while on Celebrity. We had to call in and booked it, and they took our reservation over the phone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and I think now you can probably reserve on the app. I'm hearing. I don't know for
Right.
sure, but
Yeah, it
definitely check
wasn't
the app
available on
if you
the
want
app.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Someone says, Ronald says the promo for Icon was crazy. Yeah, they really a lot of promotions for Icon. It says I had people I know that don't cruise talking about it. I did too.
Hmm.
But that price for my family is too expensive for our blood. It absolutely is. One Icon equals 4 cruises on a non-Icon ship. I believe it.
Hmm.
That's why our family has not been on it. And thankfully, I was invited part of the media crew, so didn't have to worry about that. But it's even hard for me as a travel advisor to sell that to families. I mean, I do because it's my job and I need to get paid, but it's hard for me to sell that to families, knowing okay. And I have told some of my clients, hey, do you know you could do 2 Carnival cruises for the price you're paying for this? Whatever on Icon. And I hate to do that, but Paula says, how does it differ from Carnival? Royal Caribbean is a lot different than Carnival. Carnival is more of a upbeat. I don't like to associate Carnival with being a party ship because they're known as the fun ships, not party ships. People tend to put out their different thoughts on Carnival being a party turn up cruise. Some of them are, but some of them on Royal, like you guys said, Freedom of the Seas. So it just depends. But Royal Caribbean is a little more, for me, is a little more laid back than Royal Caribbean, than Carnival. Carnival's more
Hmm.
upbeat, more fun, back to back activities,
Mhm.
but they're kind of comparable too in a sense as far as price. Royal Caribbean is a little more expensive than Carnival, but I feel
Hmm.
like they're kind of the same. Welcome in. Hey, Mrs. Parker. Appreciate you being here. Welcome into everyone that's been watching. We had, I think, upwards of 120 people popping in, so I appreciate that. Parker's on the go says, I'm a royal person too, D. Yeah. I think I'm trying to like Royal more, but I just like I could go home today and be fine. And guys, I'll be honest, like I think I shared this with you guys. After our flight got canceled, I was gonna be fine being home. Like I didn't feel like I had to get on the ship, but I'm glad we're here.
Hmm.
Um Cruise AM says I just subscribed to Phil and D's Travel Spree. Well, thank you so much. And
Thank
Oh,
those of you
thank
you.
coming
you. Welcome
in,
aboard.
yeah, if you have not subscribed, please go over and subscribe to their channel. We greatly appreciate it. Dimples Diary says I love Carnival too. Sonia says, curious why not food in the cabin. And that's something the boys like to do. They usually have their own cabin. I personally don't like the smell of, I have a very, very sensitive nose. So I don't like the smell of food in enclosed spaces, especially places where you're not supposed to smell food. So, like, for instance, an airplane, I'll get nauseous immediately if somebody comes on with food that it's just weird. I just don't like that. I don't mind the smell of tacos. I love tacos, just not these tacos. Um, but that smell, like I don't know, it's weird. For me, your cabin shouldn't smell like tacos. But I don't like our bedroom. We don't eat in our bedroom. We don't eat, that's just and he knows that. That's why he took it out quickly. Um, oh, I think I scrolled back up. But welcome into everybody. I'm gonna ask a couple more questions. I think I don't know if these are repeating questions. But yeah, so do you guys have anything planned tomorrow? We're in Coco Cay. Do you guys have anything special planned for tomorrow?
Plan on just hanging out. We might check out Hideaway a little bit. So this is our first time at Coco Cay without kids. So we're gonna check out the adults only area and
Mhm.
kind of just hang out for the day, pretty
Hmm.
much.
Yeah, I know we plan to just get off shortly just to go snorkeling, and then yeah, we're getting back on to explore more. But yeah, nothing too big planned. One thing that I wish they would have considered with this itinerary is I love a sea day at the end, and now I have to look
Yeah.
to see whether
Yes.
all the 4 days are like this. Because we have Coco
Mhm.
Cay the last day and then we're off the ship. I would have much preferred
Mhm.
Nassau, Coco Cay, Sea Day, then off the ship.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because we booked when we booked Freedom, it was a 3 day, but
hmm
we had two port stops. We had Nassau and Coco Cay.
Yeah.
So I was kind of hype about it. You don't usually get two ports on the 3 day cruise. So I was kind of hype about it, but after coming off, we were exhausted,
Mhm.
hmm yeah,
really exhausted. So
yeah. I'm just trying to go through. Parker's in the go says I always have all expectations of getting that 1 a.m. content, but my eyes be saying something different. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I'm one that I would do the 5 a.m. content over the 1 a.m. because I want to go to sleep and I'll just wake up early. But that's
Yeah.
staying up late. I'm just not going to do that. Leanne says we should have received all of the same gifts that the first sailing received since we were the original inaugural. Yeah, that's what they told us would happen.
we
And
were
I
under
know
the
some
same
people,
impression.
yeah, and that has not happened.
At all.
Felicia says, I want to see that 10-story slide. I didn't realize it was real. It is. They don't allow any cameras on it, though. So Dyson did do it this morning, and they wouldn't allow any cameras on it. And that's the thing, too. Doing the media cruises, sometimes, a lot of times they're flexible because they want you to get that content. But now that it's a revenue sailing, they're like, nope, no cameras.
Mhm.
Parker's on the Go says, on Allure, all of that was free, but it was 2 years ago. She's talking about the family friendly
Hmm.
event where they were charging.
No, they
Um,
taxing you out there. They're taking your card, and they're
hmm
trying to
Yeah.
pay off their loan.
Right, right, right. Sarah says, found your vlogs recently and they're great. Really helpful for our Carnival Magic cruise. What is the youngest age child you'd take on a cruise? Well, I mean, my kids are almost grown now. It feels like Joe Marie will be 9, Dice is almost 16, Drew's 19. I think, I mean, isn't the rule is 2? Is that right? Or is it, no, it's 6 months.
No,
Six
6 months.
months.
6
It's six
months.
months. So it's 6 months, and I think people have different thoughts on traveling with babies versus not. I think it depends. I wouldn't recommend a first time cruiser possibly taking a baby,
No.
but like, and Phil and Dee, I'm sure you guys will have your baby on board, but you guys are experienced cruisers and you know how to,
Yeah.
navigate. So what is the earliest age you would probably bring your uh soon to be on board?
Why are you looking at me?
Because you the one that booked the cruises. I just show up.
Well, well, we took PJ on board when he was 1.
And a half.
Yeah, he was about 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's a lot of stuff. It still is a lot of stuff that we got to carry that he can't carry.
Yeah.
And
You got strollers, you got luggage, you got everything that you need for a baby or a toddler.
car seat if you're going out of town.
You got to plan in naps and all of that.
Yeah.
But once you get on the ship and you're able to set a lot of that stuff down,
Yeah.
like the memories that come of it
Yeah.
are priceless. Like we still look back at old content. It's amazing to see how much he's grown from then to now.
Mhm.
And I don't know, all that goes out the window until you got to get back off the ship again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say if you look at like some of the kids clubs, if they are a social child, you could keep in mind that Carnival opens that up at like 2, and I think Royal
It's 3.
and Celebrity are like they started, and Princess I believe too starts at 3 years old as well.
Yeah.
So also keep that in mind. So be prepared. Like I say, if he's at least under 2, or he or she is under 2,
Yeah.
be prepared to have them with you at all times.
Yeah.
Or you have to take
Well,
turns. Or bring your grandma.
Or bring grandma on the ship. That's what we need to
Yeah.
start doing.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see how your vlogs, your family dynamics change with the new baby and having, I think it's gonna be great content for people to see. I mean, showing that you can travel, you can cruise, having a young family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm glad that you guys are able to bring that. I can't wait to see those vlogs. And I'm to the point now where, all that toting extra stuff, like you're gonna
Yeah.
catch me with just my phone in my hand or my camera. I'm not toting anything. I'm not so
It's a
bless
lot.
those that have to do that now because
Yeah.
that is not for me anymore. But
Yeah, we
yeah,
look
I
like a
think
complete mess. You should see us trying to get through the airport. It is
It's
yeah.
an
Nope.
it's a
experience.
show. That is really what
It
it is.
is. It is. It is. And we didn't really start traveling until after the kids were older. So I don't even really have that experience of having the strollers and having because by the time we truly started traveling and cruising regularly, Jill Marie was like 3. And
Okay.
so, but yeah, I think that's gonna make a unique perspective on your channel and your content, having, PJ who will be a little bit older and then having the new
Mhm.
baby. So yeah, I'm excited to see that. All right. See what C popped in. Thanks for popping in, Curly. Said I had to get a nap
Hey,
in.
see,
Yep. See what C also says. I love that perspective. Whoever will watch will watch. I believe that. There's
Yeah.
a content creator for everyone. There's a travel advisor for everyone. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Parker's gonna go says that's why we're not fighting for inaugural anymore. Make my own inaugural. Yeah. Yep. Um, but I can't say I won't be on another inaugural, but because it is also part of the master business plan, and things like that. But I mean, this has been beautiful not having to, like, right now I probably should be out creating content, but here we are going live. I was like, we just have to take, this opportunity and collaborate. I'm trying to do more collaborations and do more of
yeah,
that
and this is
stuff.
content still too. It's still content.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate. I'm just trying to see if I missed any other questions, but hello to everyone that's in the chat. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, if you could be sure to hit that like button for us. And please, please, please do not forget to go over and subscribe to Phil and D's Travel Spree if you have not already. Again, they're going to have the railway specialty dining available probably sometime tomorrow. Guys, the Wi-Fi has been amazing on
Yeah, it's been real
board.
good Wi-Fi.
Uh, just to put it in perspective, my vlog, because I did release our boarding day vlog yesterday, think it's about almost 50 minutes, and it uploaded in under an hour, which is unheard of on a cruise ship.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of times you can't even upload. So the Wi-Fi, give it to them. The Wi-Fi has been amazing. But yeah, if you're not subscribed, please check them out. They'll have some exclusive content. And I'm saying exclusive because I haven't seen anyone else really post anything on the railway. So you're gonna get it exclusively from Phil and D's Travels Free. So check them out. All right. So I think Casey on the Move says, did I hear Carnival is releasing 8,000 passenger ships? They do have a new class coming out. They just announced it
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah, and three more
Um,
coming out. That's crazy.
yeah, that's crazy. All right, I think. Oh, my cruising family says the Abyss used to allow strapped on GoPros. They're not allowing it. So somebody must have gotten injured or something must have happened.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Sorry, I'm just scrolling to see if I didn't miss anything. I know I'm probably missing somebody or something, but we appreciate you guys tuning in. And Phil and D, I appreciate you guys taking time to just chat with me and talk about Utopia of the Seas. I'm sure I'm going to see you guys out and about over the
Oh,
next
for
day or
sure.
two. But yeah, guys, be sure to follow Phil and D's Travel Spree. I appreciate you guys spending, I don't even know what today is, Wednesday, spending your Wednesday or part of your Wednesday with us. So what's next for you guys? If and I don't want you to put you on the spot if you haven't announced anything. Do you guys have any plans coming up? Or are you just kind of this is like your baby moon, getting, this last bit of
We
I should
gonna.
say last bit of time together, but it's gonna be crazy once the baby's
We
born.
got some. We got some planned.
Okay.
But we gonna keep that. We gonna keep that
Yep.
in our back pocket.
Yep. All right. All right. Well,
It's gonna
well,
surprise a lot of people, but
it's gonna surprise
it's
us.
gonna
Okay.
surprise a lot of people. But we gonna keep
All
that one
right.
in our back pocket.
All right. Well, the only way, answer that phone, Dice. The only way you're going to find out about it is if you subscribe to Phil and D's Travel Spree. Follow them on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all over. Turn the notification bells on for YouTube. That way you know, because I'm like, oh, what are they getting into next? I'm curious. My brain's going like this, but um, what's next for me? I'm going home to rest. So there'll probably be at least a 3 weeks or so, I think, before my next cruise. So you'll have to tune in to see. Um, you'll have to, follow us to see what's going on with us. But I think we're gonna go ahead and end it there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you so much for all of the questions about Utopia. Whatever we don't answer, I'm sure at some point, like I'll be going live for Chit Chat Tuesday. Bring your questions there. Maybe I'll have Phil and D back on because maybe some other questions will come up after Utopia. And I know we'll probably be cruising at some point together, hopefully
For
again
sure.
soon. But we appreciate you guys being here. And Dice and I have to get ready to go down to dinner. But yeah, appreciate it. And you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you out and about. And those of you watching from home, you guys have a great rest of your week. I may or may not have a video for Friday. So if it doesn't happen Friday, it'll happen Saturday. So stay tuned for that and check out Phil and D's Travel Spree. They will have a vlog dropping tomorrow. But I will see you guys. We will see you guys the next time. Thanks for tuning in.
All
Bye.
righty.